is the amount that has been put as a request by one of the parliamentarians, within the Citizens Coalition for Change, that is Shelton Wende, amounting to 150, proposing for Mthuli Ncube to give them as loans. Part of the bag that will see the CCC MPs as well as also ZANU-PF MPs supporting Resolution 2030. Resolution 2030 of Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa with energy. These are very, very crucial questions, especially looking into 2030. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So the question of today is the 150,000 US dollars that was requested by Shelton Wende, part of the money that Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa faction is intending to use to bribe the members of parliament. And remember, in the process, he revealed that before the CCC members of parliament, and including also ZANU-PF members of parliament, were given about 40,000 US dollars as their housing loans. And now he was increasing the bar, saying they are demanding 150,000 US dollars to be able to actually acquire houses. This got me disturbed on whether is this the package that the MPs are going to be paid, and in exchange to guarantee Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa to make sure that he is, his ambitions to be president up to 2030 is pushed by the members of parliament. There is a possibility that this may be blocked. Remember, now when you say you're going to give MPs 150,000 as housing loans, that on its own is very, very suspicious. And this will come straight from the Ministry of Finance. Are their salaries not worthy for them to do these things? Is the government not supposed to be talking about their salaries to make sure that they are enabled to do these things on their own? And also it got Zimbabweans discussing on whether the crop of the members of parliament that are occupying that parliament, are they not vulnerable to be used by especially the ruling elite to push their nefarious agenda of 2030? If our members of parliament are this desperate, don't you think they are viable? Don't you think why we saw most of them, especially from CCC, when Nelson Chamisa left his party, they decided to cling with Sengezo Chabangu in the name of defending the political space that they have gained. But ever since I have started to follow the parliament, specifically this parliament, I have never seen these members of parliament raising critical issues that has to do with the people of Zimbabwe. Most trending issues, it has, especially Shelton Wende. There is no point where I have seen. The other time he was complaining was when he was demoted. That's the moment he decided to stand and speak against that so strongly, refusing to be fired to be actually reshuffled by Sengezo Chabangu. And this is the other moment I have seen him also standing up. This time it appears anything that threatens his income, he gets so mad to such an extent that he cannot sit down. He stands to defend what he is gaining from that particular parliament. In my view, mark this live broadcast. I am of the firm opinion that Emerson Tambuzo Mnangagwa is actually, in fact, what when they was speaking, it was an indirect way of actually taking money from the state coffers to bribe the members of parliament. And I can attest to you, there is high probability that these MPs have not paid back the 40,000 million loans, to build their houses. And I'm quite certain they are not going to be able to pay 150K back. If this money is going to be released by Mthuli Ncube. And also remember, the moment Shelton, when they talked about 150K, what were the Barakashi saying? It's very important to notice they are the ones who started exposing that particular video. And they were writing, the CCC MPs are united behind Emerson Mnangagwa's extension of power up to 2030. This was the rallying point that they were pushing on social media. If you check all of them, when they were circulating, that video was circulated by the Barakash. And what they were writing, they were not even addressing what was raised by Charlton Wend. They were simply stating the fact that the CCC MPs have actually agreed. And also to see that this is the money that is going eventually to be paid by members of parliament. Now, in defending himself, what did Charlton Wende say? He said that this was a unanimous agreement. All MPs, they asked him, both from ZANU-PF as well as also from the Citizens Coalition for Change, to speak on their behalf to Professor Mthuli Ncube. So this is what this, of course, Shelton Wende is at the receiving end, because he decided to stand up and stand for all those MPs in that parliament. So that 150K is actually required by all MPs. They want that 150. And there is high probability Mnangagwa will give them, and in turn, definitely they are supposed to actually make sure that as a parliament, they push the interest of the Mafiti dynasty. That is the only logic and reasonable explanations, especially regarding to the point that was raised by Shelton when I think I spoke long time ago that the CCC MPs showed their true colors when they failed to resign in solidarity with their leader and the other two MPs who decided to say, no, we cannot continue with this without our leader. That is when they showed true colors. If they were indeed sincere and CCC MPs, when they saw that their political party was under attack, some of the elected deputies of their political party have been recalled. There was no, and also Sengezo Chabang was coming in to lead them. And other leaders who were not part of the leadership were coming in to lead them. They were supposed to notice that there is disorder, get out of that parliament. But guess what? They did not get out of that parliament because the only logic behind that is they wanted to eat. They perceived actually being elected as a member of parliament as an income generating project. Allowing that to be just, resigning from that. If you look at a lot of them, they built houses, they've actually, they started businesses, quite a majority of them, they are living large. Not only were they given these loans, they were also given vehicles, very, very expensive vehicles each. And I understand also they are demanding a new set of expensive vehicles. So these are the people who are expected to be formulating laws in the interest of the people of Zimbabwe, but they are doing nothing next to that. That 150K, in my view, that's the package that they're telling Mnangagwa, that you give us this in order also to have your back. Otherwise, if you don't give us this, we won't have your back. You will see Professor Mtuli Ncube paying these monies. These are not loans, in fact. These are bribes given to members of parliament to push the 2030 term extension of Emmerson Mnangagwa. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the